Welcome to Dodger Stadium. We've got baseball on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the hill for the Dodgers, Tyler Glasnow. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Marte leading things off and takes a strike. Way out front for strike two. Glasnow making his first start of the year. And he was a fifth-round pick back in 2011. The 1-2. Ball two. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Popped up. One away.
Batting second, right fielder.
Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. The sluggers of this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, you know, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Popped in the air, left field. Hernandez takes it in for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Now up next for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
2 down, nobody on. And a breaking ball misses outside. Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to beat the shift. Fly ball down the line. And that drops foul. Got him. That's out number 3. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And on the hill in this one, Eduardo Rodriguez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Shohei Ohtani leading things off and takes a strike. Foul ball there. The 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Pitch misses. Ball one. And that's down and away. That's too low. Full count now. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one carrying. Gone. Straight into the visitors' bullpen. He hammers one out to right. The Dodgers strike first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. That one fouled off.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning. The real threats are coming up. Already giving up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
And that's in for a strike. 1-2. Just missed.
That's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses, and it's 3-2.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Throw on to Santana. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Mookie Betts. For as much as we talk about Mookie Betts' success at the plate, defensively, he's turned into a brilliant outfielder. He's won the Gold Glove 6 times in right field, and yet in 2025, he was a finalist at shortstop, which is absolutely incredible. Now the 0-1.
Whoa.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
The 2-1. This one smoked. Could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Betts into second.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. And that is out of play. Man at second. Swinging a foul, out of play. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that is downstairs. Going to count 1-2. That one missed. Got him looking for the strikeout. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for them. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
The batter now will be Will Smith. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they still got both their challenges. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next offering is down low.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
There's a strike.
2.
This one in the air, right field. And that is foul. Outside with a breaking ball.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Man on second, 2 down. Fights it off. You'll see another. Got him looking for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. So the Dodgers strike first on the solo jack. It's now a 1-0 ball game. This is NL West action on ML. Back here in LA, here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Moreno. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 1-1. And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges.
Ball.
Fastball is outside. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and they get the out.
Batting 5th, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Nato comes in to take his cuts. Late swing fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Inside. And the count is 1-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. That missed by a lot. And the count is even, 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Batting sixth, first baseman Carlos Santana.
And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. That's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Jordan Lawler in the box now, takes strike one.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Runners at first and second with one gone here at the top of the second.
Put away off that pitch down.
And that one almost got him.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two on, one out. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Alec Thomas.
Alec Thomas now. Yeah, that's fouled off. Corners are occupied with two down. That crosses the plate, and now they're just one strike away from getting out of this mess. That one to first, and that's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Stays alive. Swings and misses, struck him out. Huge strikeout there. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Back here at Chavez Ravine, we head to the bottom of the second. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Up and in, and it's 1-0. Late swing, foul to the left. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. The 1-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
This one in the air, center field. That's out number 2.
Batting 8th, center fielder Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
Marte throws to first in time, and the Dodgers are set down in order. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium, top half of the third inning, Tim Tawa stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Nope, that's low.
Ball to strike. That one missed. Not even close there. 3 balls and a strike. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup, Marte now at the plate. He popped out his first time.
Ball, high.
That one misses. That's 5 straight. Quick move to first, and he's back in safely. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls. There's a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
For the Diamondbacks, right fielder Corbin Carroll.
This is Corbin Carroll. Popped out to left his first time.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that one did find the strike zone. They'll keep both their challenges. First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. And that skips into dirt. Struck him out looking. And that is a big first out.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Now here is Geraldo Perdomo.
No!
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Tawa, the lead runner at second. Marte over at first with 1 away.
Oh, he looks more focused at the plate.
Pitch misses there. Ball 3.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. Trying to tease the zone. I mean, the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Fastball for a strike. Ground ball could be 2. To Betts at second for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Back here in LA as we go to the last of the third. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 0-2 now. Outside. Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Dodgers, designated
Here's
hitter,
Ohtani. He's already homered here in this one.
Strike. Woo.
Oh, 1 now.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Good job to fight that one off.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Missed with a changeup. Yeah, that's ball 2. No question about this one. It's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
It wasn't in the air for very long, so let's get a better view of it with StatCast, Singy.
Well, it can't stay in the air for long when it's going 117 miles per hour. It's got to get to its destination. And that was a no-doubter to everyone in the ballpark. Watching it sail out of here was just beautiful, something to behold. But all you really needed was the sound off the bat. Did you hear that, Boog? Man, that thing was going to go a long ways.
Here's Kyle Tucker.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And the lefty with the 0-1. Go Chris through the early stages. He hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And that's downstairs. And that's ball 1. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning here in the last half of the 3rd. That's ripped to right down the line. And there's 1 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie.
Here's Mookie now. Doubled his first time up.
He's got a nice, short, compact swing. Doesn't swing and miss a whole lot.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Brings it in. Out number 2.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Next to the dish is Freddie. His first at bat was a strikeout. On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Dodgers.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Struck out looking his first time.
That's a ball.
And the 1-0. popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now 3-0. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Moreno. Glasnow back to work. Moreno in his fourth year, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Glasnow back to work, the 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And another fastball almost gets him. Two on the way.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
3-2. Struck him out without a swing. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Flashes the leather on the running catch. 2 away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, first baseman Carlos Santana.
And now Carlos Santana. Single to right in his first trip. And a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Ball.
That one is hammered right field. Back there. That's down. One hops off the wall. And that's a double.
Wasting no time. He's
Up next
2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Jordan Lawler, the next to hit. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Right through there for a strike. Man at second.
Ball 1.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault
That's a
him
ball.
for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They trail it here 3-0. Bottom of the 4th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy.
Max Muncy.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. Here comes the 0-1. Foul ball. The 0-2. Ball 1 there. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Almost got him. And they'll do it again. In the air, left field. Lawler settles underneath it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Fly to center his first time. That one ripped, but foul. And a foul ball. Got him. 2 away.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajas. 0 for 1 so far. Right through there for a strike. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Paul Sewald up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Nelson also throwing. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through that one, out in front that time. Lawler on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. We played 4. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we go to the top of the 5th. Alec Thomas stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Well, these Diamondbacks just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And a swing and a miss. That one off the mark. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Inside, almost got him. This one in the air. Rojas under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the designated hitter, Tim Tawa.
So next is the designated hitter for the D-backs, Tim Tawa. Walked his first time. That one found hard the other way. And now the 0-1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Spin rate's outstanding on that high fastball. Really tough to hit.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Ripped to short. Throw on to Freeman. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
For the Diamondbacks, second baseman, Marte.
So the batting order turns over. Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. He's 0 for 1. And there's a ball. That's a strike. High fly ball down the left field line. Ranging back. Out of here. A solo shot. And they're on the board. It's 3-1.
His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
So 2 down. Next to hit for Arizona, Corbin Carroll. Outside low, and that's ball 1. This one in the air right field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that'll do it. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-1 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. Back here in LA, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And it's fouled away.
You know, these Dodgers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
That's out to center field. Takes it in for the out.
With all of those hard hits, the guys are going to love seeing the spray charts after this one. It's clear they're not just getting lucky up there right now.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
He'll challenge. Thought that was a ball. And that one was indeed a strike. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. 1-1 now. And a swing and a miss, and there's 2 down.
He worked the outside corner of the plate, and he kept it around the knees, both with the fastball and with the off-speed pitch.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Eduardo Rodriguez out of the game. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment. Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Paul Sewald. He's into the game with the bases empty. So digging in, Kyle Tucker. There's the strike. And he takes a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Foul ball, still 0-2. Two down, nobody on.
Ball
And misses
inside.
inside. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. King Tut goes down on strikes. Dodgers down in order as the lead remains 3-1.
Back here at Chavez Ravine. Close game here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Jack Dreyer. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff.
He's got a great curveball. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That clips the zone, and it's 0-1. Fouled off down the right side. Oh, and 2 now. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. 1 out. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Gabriel Moreno.
Ball.
That's in there, and that is strike 1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
The 1-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That one ran inside, almost got him. The D-backs trailing by 2, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two now, and that just misses. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your bullpen arm when you roll them out there to start a new inning, hold on to a small lead. Just such a stabilizing effect to not only get the first 2 hitters, but to strike them out. That gives everyone on defense a big boost of confidence.
So now it's Nolan Arenado, 1 for 2. Check swing, and he went 0-1. Two down, nobody on.
Ball 1.
And a good eye there.
Off it.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the sixth. Diamondbacks down quickly. Score holds. It's 3-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. High fly ball out to left field. Lawler should have this one. And a quick out, number one.
Up next for the Dodgers, first baseman
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Movement in the bullpen. Brandon Pfaadt, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 1-1. He swings and fouls one off. That smash towards center. Takes it in for the out.
up next for the Dodgers.
Will Smith to the plate.
One.
That one not close. Now 1-2. Next offering is outside. That's to third. Arenado to first in time. And they get the out on Smith. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Diamondbacks 1. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Alex Vesia.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Carlos Santana stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one fouled off.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
The 0-2. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Way inside, gets out of the way. High fly ball down the left field line. Back there. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
Jordan Lawler will hit next. And that one fouled off. What a stop. And no throw for some reason as he reaches first. That's got to be an error.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Stepping in, Alec Thomas.
Yes.
Here comes the 0-1.
No.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. The Diamondbacks with the go-ahead run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a big first out.
So far, just one of those days for this lineup. You get a couple of runners on, and you're looking at having a big inning, and that strikeout right there just pours water on the fire. You look for the next hitter to step up and try to do something, pick up his teammate and his glove.
Tawa in the box now. Takes strike 1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
2 on, 1 out. Out in front and foul to the left side. Here's the 0-2. Just missed.
That's a ball.
That's a really good take.
That one almost got him. Two now.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Rojas for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Alex Vesia departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Blake Trinan. He's making his second appearance of the season. Big at bat coming up for Marte. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. To the right side, base hit into the outfield. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Really important at bat coming up now.
Now Corbin Carroll to the dish for a big at bat. 0 for 3 in this one. And downstairs. Two on, 2 outs. Fought off foul.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Next offering misses down and away. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. Stays alive. Pitches in the dirt, and the count's full. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Got him swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 3-2 ball game. This is NL West action on MLB The Show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Nelson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. Here's Muncy to hit. This guy with light tower power. Ground ball to the right side. And that goes foul. Here's 0-1.
Nope, that's high.
Nelson, a 6'3" righty, 185 pounds, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2019. Next pitch in the dirt, ball 2. Swing and a ground ball. Perdomo on to first. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Up next for the Dodgers, left fielder.
And now Teoscar Hernandez.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And that one misses up and in. And it's 1-0. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And a ball evens the count. That one missed. Rip towards third. Slings to first. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder, Andy Pajes.
2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Foul ball there. Oh, 1 down. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Caught him looking for the K. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're up 3-2. Back here at Dodger Stadium, we're at the top of the 8th. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Perdomo wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Looking to get the tying run on base, and that is out of play. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. And that's a foul ball. Got him swinging.
Pretty good strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Gabriel Moreno getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Oh, what a stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, at this point of the ball game, you're counting outs, and that's a great diving stop to keep the tying run on base. It's the little things that add up to a big W at the end.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 1 for 3. And there's the strike. This one in the air. Betts gets under it. And that's the 3rd out. So 1, 2, 3 go to Diamondbacks. They trail it 3-2. Back here in LA, bottom of the 8th. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Inside, just missed. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. That pitch gets the inside corner. That's strike 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Liner picked on the hop at first. The 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one. Just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
Ohtani at the plate now. That's ball 1. And that's another ball. That one misses. 3 balls, no strikes. That clips the corner. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Payoff pitch. Gets gets to it with a slide. Over to first. Pretty nice play there.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Kyle Tucker. Right down to shoot, strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Struck him out looking. Dodgers go down quietly, but they still lead at 3-2. Back here at Chavez Ravine. All set to start the 9th in this one. Carlos Santana stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Splits the plate. It's 0-1. Fastball right back to the mound. Tosses to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Up next, for the Diamondbacks, left fielder Jordan Long.
Torey Lovullo making a move for a new bat. Pavin Smith looking to start something with 1 gone. Pavin Smith in the box here lets that one go for a ball. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swing and a miss, and 1-1.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
That one ripped, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Alek Thomas. Ball 1 there.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
So the tying run at second. That's down and in.
Well, this is a little tough for the hitter in the back of the mind. You're wondering, with first base open, am I going to get a pitch to hit? Got to stay back, let your hands work, stay in the middle of the field.
Tim Tawa in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Man at second. Fastball for a strike. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Arizona with just 1 outlet.
Well, he just had no answer for that hard inside fastball right there. Just blew it by him. And not every pitcher likes working inside, especially with 2 strikes. They don't want to hit a batter and waste an opportunity to put him away. But if you can locate that fastball just like he did, most hitters aren't looking for it, and it becomes very difficult to get a piece of.
The Dodgers trying to close out a 1-run lead here at the top of the 9th. They're down to their final strike. In there, got him looking for the K. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second.
So many festivities and excitement around opening day. It's great to come out and get that first one out of the way. You carry that momentum into the second game of the year, and you hope that it extends for a good period of time.